Wacky Dynasty Podcast.
Welcome into another wacky episode of the Wacky Dynasty Podcast. Woo! Woo! Feels good to be back after a long hiatus. I'm your host, the Double L, joined with
The single Z.
Single Z.
And anything special about this episode, Luis?
I think there is, but we might have to go further into the slides for me to remember. It's just not ringing a bell. Oh, shit. Oh, we have a special guest today. Haven't done that in quite a while. Zach, would you like to introduce our special guest?
Yeah. He's the owner of I don't even know. Are you still Dude Burfict?
Yes.
Is that the team name?
Mm-hmm.
Dude Burfict owner. He's back to 500. Ian Lundquist.
What's up, everybody? You know, I had to get back on the pod after my boy Rasheed Rice dropped those 2 crazy games. Season's looking a lot better than it did a few weeks ago. So, real excited to be back on the pod.
We're excited to have you, honestly.
Got him!
I love the audio.
Thank you. We're happy to have you, dude. I mean, this is going to be an extra long episode. Like we said, we took a bye week. So we have 3 whole weeks to cover. That's going to be a lot of football. So if you guys don't mind, let's get right into it.
Hey, and before we
Go.
even get into this, make sure to hit like and subscribe to Titty Nipple for more Wacky Dynasty podcast content. Had to get my plug in for you boys.
Thank you. So this is going to be a week 6, 7, and 8 recap. Starting off strong here. We bring the Scata Boom versus On Stroud 9, and Pickens took it up the butt, as you can see in that picture. The Mahomie.
Yeah, my team exploded. Look at that. Cam Scattaboo. I was set. Oh man. JK had a
31
bad
points.
game and I still put up 130. But you know, second round running back, he's the best rookie running back. He looks unbelievable. He's the funniest player in the league. What could go wrong, right?
Nothing can go wrong, dude. You're on Stroud 9 right now. And speaking
Look
of
at
on
that,
Stroud
too.
9, I mean, it's actually a
Yeah.
pretty good week.
Yeah, solid week. Pickens without CD was definitely nice. As you can probably tell in the next few slides, that's not the case anymore. But I mean, solid week out of Paul. 111 is a solid score. It's better than a lot of my weeks early on. But
Same here. The only reason I said like ugh is that Dylan Gabriel starts.
Mm-hmm.
And
Jawan Jennings.
Yeah, I was gonna say Jawan Jennings at the bottom. Both of those are kind of yucky, but it was
Mhm.
still a solid week. I mean, well, 11, like you said, a lot more
For
than I
having
usually
Dylan
score.
Gabriel. That's a great week.
It's a great week. Pickens help. Moving on to matchup 2, we got Chris versus Zach in a definite Super Bowl preview, perhaps.
Could be. I don't think there's anyone else really. These are the 2 top contenders for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Chris's team put belt to ass. This was an unreal week from Chris with the Stafford stinker.
With the Stafford stinker and half his team on the IR.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
It's
it's
important to
just
mention.
it's pretty remarkable that he is putting up the points he is with the injuries he has. And I think a large part of that is getting CMC. Like, he was the guy in the offseason that believed and paid the money for CMC. And now it looks like a bargain. And so, yeah, no, good on Chris. I really like his team.
Zach's team, this is a stinky week. I mean, how often, when you have Gibbs and ETN as your 2 starting running backs, how often is ETN going to outscore Gibbs? It's a bad week.
Right.
This may be
Very
the only
important.
time.
Maybe the only time. JSN looks nice, though.
Mm-hmm. Just out of curiosity, before we move on to the next slide, why do we have the album art for Not Like Us on here? Is there something I'm missing?
Drake London.
Strickland did.
Oh, right. Yep. My bad.
He had 31 points.
Right.
Some of these
follow now.
pictures you're gonna have to think a little outside the box to understand, but
Yeah, I'm learning that. You guys got some real zany humor that I gotta wrap my arms around this episode. So let's get to the next one.
We got breaking
not
news.
humor.
We got breaking news, actually. If you guys want to break this on the podcast again, the Twins have hired Derek Shelton as their
Wow.
next manager.
Wow. This is the live pod reaction. That is the exact guy I would have wanted. Derek Shelton, remind me, he was the coach for the manager for the Pirates that used to be with us back when we were
He
on the
did used to
squad.
be with us, indeed.
Yes. Awesome. It's not going to do much because they're the Twins and they won't spend, but give you a quick take. I love it.
I don't know about this guy.
Okay.
That's my take. We can move on.
I don't really care. I think there would have been more fun people, like ex-players, but whatever. This team is going to suck regardless.
It doesn't
Yeah.
matter.
All in all, the Twins don't deserve time on this podcast.
Not too much. But let's get on to probably the shittiest and pee-inducing game of the year, maybe. An 89-73 shootout defensive battle between Garrett and Tim, and Garrett takes home the dub.
This is an insane game. Just ridiculous scores all around.
It's amazing how much has happened in the last few weeks because I've already forgotten about this game. I can't believe Tim started Olamide Zacchaeus. I can't believe this was the game where QJ put up 0. There's just a lot going on in front of me.
I was going to say, it's very impressive that this score happened despite only 1-0 on the board.
Mm-hmm.
I've had weeks where I think like double zeros that have scored more points than this. So it's very impressive outing from both teams.
Other than Hassan Haskins, too, Garrett's team is, that's a good lineup. They just all underperformed, except for Caleb.
This, Metcalf, Genty, they all performed. Not on Tim's side, yuck.
No, not in the slightest. Sorry,
Waddle
Tim.
will be
It's
good
a rough year
now
for you,
that-
buddy.
Waddle will be good now that Tyreek is gone, but he also had Tyreek, so like, sucks either way.
No, it's tough.
And were you guys ever bought in on Quentin Johnston?
I was. I offered a second for him.
Yeah, I think I'm maybe the wrong guy to ask because even last year I was trying to buy Quentin Johnson just because his value was so low, and I figured at some point he's going to show up. So I bought in for sure. I'm amazed that it's kind of dropped off as much. I think part of it's due to the Chargers' offense just kind of being hurt, sorting through some things, but
It's the emergence of a much better big red zone target.
True.
That as well. Yeah.
We'll get to that later in the pod.
Trey Harris has been playing a little more.
Anyone but QJ. All right, rough week, Ian. Sorry, we had to bring it up.
Mm-hmm.
We were just making fun of the scores on the last screen, but yours was not much better. But Aaron, huge week. Go ahead.
Hey, sorry, I'm taking over the pod. I just see this loss and it's crazy. Aaron's team's great. I really, really like Aaron's team. I don't really know what much more you can say outside of when you have Jonathan Taylor, who's probably the likeliest MVP running back we've seen since AP. And then you have, Achane. The other pieces just kind of fall into place. And you'll see in the next couple of weeks, even Pitts has been putting up some numbers for him. So Aaron's team's really good. My team was really bad this week. So
what's really funny about this matchup?
What's that?
I think Cooper Kupp and Alvin Kamara probably had their best weeks of the year.
Yeah, I think so. That's yikes. Things turn around after this week, though.
Ken Walker needs to get traded.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be nice to see the backfield
in the NFL.
in the NFL. But if Ian wants to trade him, I'll throw up a fourth. I can't offer you Tua anymore.
Yeah, I don't have much to say to that. If anybody can beat a fourth, sound off in the comments. Hit my line.
All right, and we gotta talk about Aaron's team again a little bit. A-Chain is really good too. I know you brought up Taylor, but like Aaron's probably got the two best running backs in the league. Am I crazy to say that?
No. Yes.
I am.
You could throw
Absolutely.
Bijan in there.
A-Chan is top 5, maybe. He's not 2.
I'm not
Bijan,
saying he's two. I'm just saying he's got the
Godfrey,
best.
James
He's got
Cook.
two. He's got the best running back duo in the league. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
He doesn't have the
Yeah.
best two, but like he's easily got. I mean, JT has emerged as an absolute stud, and Kane as well. Even when the team sucks, he's getting all the work too without Tyreek there. So
He has the amazing benefit of he has one running back that's on a really bad team that just kind of hogs targets and hogs yards. So you're always going to get points. And then you have a running back who's on the best team potentially in the league. So it feels really like you've got one running back who, A-Chan's probably always going to get his just because the talent he is. And JT's always going to get his because of how competitive his team is and the way he's boosting it. So yeah, that's a ridiculous combo. Good on him. And he used to have Josh Jacobs.
he used to. Could have been elite, but I don't think he regrets anything. Moving on, me versus Cade. I was fighting with Cade. I was. There was a point where we were back and forth back when it was like 0-0. But then his team did what his team does, and my team does what my team does. 150 with Puka going out early and Garrett Wilson going out early. Kind of gnarly.
Yeah. How did he get Rico Dowdle?
I dropped him. He had 2 good games. He might be the starting running back now.
He definitely will be.
Yeah. Cade is that.
But you know what, Luis? I can't really blame you because everybody else could have been on him too.
Yeah, no one put in a bid on him, and everyone let him just sit on the waivers. So good on Cade. He found a diamond in the rough, and I wish I had dropped someone else.
Josh
Do we even
Jacobs
need-
had 32 points, and he was Cade's worst running back that he started.
It do be like that
remarkable.
sometimes.
Let's move
Luis,
on. I don't want to look at this anymore.
I don't know if I want to say much about your team. Igbuka is
Drake
awesome,
May looks
man.
good.
Drake May is awesome. He's the truth. Your team's on the up. This was just a bad week. Let's talk about you in a better week.
Like this. Woohoo!
Ugh.
And dunks on the host, dude. Let's go.
Yeah, you'll be regretting this come lottery time.
You're probably right.
99.5 to 100.5. With Travion getting you an extra, that extra 0.5 was huge.
Those 2 carries for 5 yards came up so big. Waller got hurt.
This is how I expect our teams to perform.
We
And
have
no
to
James
play each
Cook.
other eventually. Yeah, you had no James Cook. James Cock. Dude, I forgot about this game. May I paint a picture for you guys?
Absolutely.
We go into a Monday Night Football. I'm down by, I believe, 5 points. Zach has Sam Laporta and Jamison Williams, and I have Igbuka. And bam, he squeaks it out. I believe he caught like a 30-yard pass in the 4th quarter, and that was his last catch that put him to 9.8. And then Laporta and Jamison just went for nothing because they didn't need to pass anymore.
What Igbuka did didn't matter because Jamison Williams is a fucking bitch. Two of my 3 starting receivers this week posted on social media after some mysterious emojis or some memes or some shit.
Didn't I hear that Matthew Golden also deleted his social media?
Probably. He should.
cutting out the distractions. He's got to lock in. He's on a 5-1.
Yeah,
How are you
lock in.
letting Romeo Dobbs and Christian Watson? Oh, come on, bro. First round pick. What a bust.
Just wait. Just wait.
We're waiting. Anything else you guys want to touch on for this matchup?
Not a lot. That's a nice win, Luis.
Woohoo!
Take money you can get
Yep.
them.
All right. Now we got Zach versus Aaron in another potential Super Bowl matchup. This game was insanity. 166 to 139. Holy cow.
Insane.
Yeah,
Insane.
with neither quarterback going that crazy either.
Not really at all.
I'm sorry,
Zach's
Aaron,
pissed off.
for trading Keenan to Zach. Zach, you're welcome.
And Aaron, I'm sorry for trading Zach Gibbs. And Zach, you're welcome.
that's more of a Gibbs game. That's what we expect to see.
Yeah. He's outscoring ETN. Jaden got hurt. Otherwise, he might have done a little more.
Yeah, that's a scary thought to think he could have done more considering Jaden. I don't remember when he went out in this game, but he was putting up stats. ETN didn't have a great game. It just goes to show when you have Gibbs, JSN, and I mean, he's got a good lineup outside of
McBride.
Jet. Yeah, absolutely. When you have those few players, like you can put up 160 and beat a team that puts up 140 and should beat anybody else. So good on Zach. He's made some good trades.
Aaron's team balled out too. I mean, a 140 score wins most matchups most weeks against most teams. And
AJ Brown finally came to life against the Vikings, of course.
of course.
This sucks if you're Aaron, but you can't feel bad about putting up 140.
No. That's
Yeah,
a slow A-chain week, so
it's tough. It's tough, but you just kind of chalk it up to it's luck some weeks. And some weeks you're going to play a guy who only puts up 80 and you put up 140. And sometimes you can put up 140 and the other guy puts up 170. So tough break for Aaron.
take it on the chin. They're both playoff bound, and that's really all that matters. Moving on here, we got Garrett versus Chris, and this is, again, what we more expect from Chris's side, 140, and more of what we expect from Garrett's side with about 94.
Yeah.
For Chris, too, you just think it could have been so much more, but he still scored 140.
It's a lot like what I said about Zach's team, ZAC, last week. Like when you have CMC and you have Jamar Chase, you can put up 150 plus. It's absurd. And just to remind me, does Garrett still have Bo Nix?
Yeah.
Why is Garrett not starting Bo Nix?
See, it's Caleb. Don't you see that elite performance?
I mean, as the number one Bears hater, I just don't believe that they're actually that good. I think they've won some kind of cake matchups, easy ones. Yeah, absolutely. And Caleb, even in those games, hasn't looked great. So this last weekend, when they lose to Baltimore, everyone kind of loses their mind and finally admits, like, Caleb, what's going on? So, I mean, at the same time, Garrett's got Caleb, Bo, and JJ. So you got to start one of the three. But I don't get why you're not starting Bo. Every week he seems to be putting something crazy together.
He won't be starting Bo or Caleb in the future.
True.
We're your friends. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. Let's move on.
That's all you want to say?
Yeah. Just utter demolishing.
All right. Paul versus Cade, an off night from Cade. A very off night. And a very, very off night from Paul.
Yeah, Paul, similar to Chris, maybe a little worse. His team is just as hurt. It's everybody. But rebuilding, you gotta like Tyler Warren.
Yeah. DJ and Brock. Good QBs. Kyron, Young.
Pet's playing this well with Bryce Young. If he had a QB.
There's definitely hope in Paul's future.
Mm-hmm.
And a slew of draft picks.
Sucks Mike Evans got hurt. I really, really, really wanted to see him get 1,000 yards this year. And unless he puts up like 300 yards in the last 3 games he plays this year, I don't think it's going to happen. So really unfortunate.
If he even comes back, he is an old man.
Just
Yeah.
an old man.
Brittle bones.
I like the Bill 420. That's what we like to see.
Mm-hmm.
On Cade's side, he didn't have to do too much, and he didn't. His team didn't do crazy. Still, like you said, better than most weeks for us, but like not a Cade game that you come to expect.
I think it's ridiculous that he can lose Puka and Garrett Wilson last week, and he's like, "Oh, I guess I'll just have to start CD and Amon-Ra."
CD came back just in time.
Some people are just naturally lucky. And I think that might be Cade this year.
Some people have a AAA team.
That as well.
Big win.
It's more like that.
Not only did Tim shit the bed, you also put up huge numbers again. Why don't you give us a little rundown of your squad here?
Yeah, I mean, Jalen Hurts, this was that game against Minnesota where they started to air it out a bit more. So you definitely saw higher passing yardage. Didn't run the ball much, but I'll take 300 yards and 3 passing touchdowns all day. And on the other side of that, he threw an 80-yard pass to Devontae Smith, among many others. So I had a pretty good day out of those two. And then after a long, long year, I finally got to play Rashee Rice again. I have probably gone through 12.5 trade offers for him. I have had so many people reach out or say, fan bad comments about him. He's not going to be good, this and that. And right when I needed him, right when I needed a spark on my team, I insert him in the lineup and he drops 2 touchdowns. So I don't think I'm going to win it all this year, but God, this win felt so good. And it felt so good to watch Rashee play. So yeah, pure elation.
Do you have your first round pick this year?
No, Zach actually has it. So this
you might
year
as well win it all then.
Yeah, this year I just want to win as many games as possible so that next year I can say I didn't give Zach the number 1 overall pick for Joe Mixon.
Nice.
You know who else's first round pick I have this year?
Don't say Tim's.
Yeah.
Sucks. Tim's team's brutal. Brutal.
You know what? It's going to be a lot better. He's gotten pretty unlucky with some of these scores.
But also he does like no draft picks. He was offering, sell everything. Just he wants to start over. He's not in a good spot.
No, I wouldn't say that. But he does have Saquon.
That's true.
And Josh Allen.
And look, he used Josh Allen to crush me. So it's not all adding glum.
That's more like it. This is what we expect from Tim's team.
This is what can happen when his team is healthy and they do what they can and should do. Chase Brown is huge. Flacco has been huge for him. So QJ with another goose egg.
Scary Terry makes his grand return. R.I.P.
And now he's gone again. Derrick Henry is doing Derrick Henry things. Hawkinson is doing Hawkinson things.
Mm-hmm.
And Luis, you dropped out Dalton Schultz?
Yeah. It is tragic. I mean, I had Darren Waller, and then he got hurt. And then Mark Andrews was on bye, so I need to pick someone up and start someone. I chose the wrong someone.
Point out here that Darnell Mooney got you 2 points.
That's insane.
There was no Drake London, and Kirk was back at QB, who Mooney dominated with last year.
Mooney was doing his most work with Kirk at quarterback. And like you said, no Drake London. I thought he was going to feast today. And then, dude, it's Miami. That team is ass. He got 1 catch for 11 yards. That's tragic.
The Falcons are not
was pretty ass too.
The Falcons are not a serious organization. That's what this weekend proved to me.
This is a wacky
No.
weekend, that is for sure.
Did you guys know that Haley Steinfeld had syrup in her mouth in that scene? That she dripped into Michael B. Jordan's mouth? I just watched Sinners and I didn't know that. Thanks for the movie tidbits.
I wish I was syrup.
No comments.
You want to be in Dash Allen's mouth? Or in
No,
Michael B.
yeah.
Jordan?
So
Michael B. Jordan's mouth?
we got the Zachs going against each other. Zach versus Zach is pretty crazy. And it was a tight one. Zach, give us your breakdown.
Another tight one. I only lose heartbreakers. Breakdown on this one. Deebo Samuel scored just enough to beat me Monday night. He outscored Mahomes. I mean, he didn't
420.
outscore Mahomes, but he outscored him by enough. And my day, my week, my month, this fantasy season, maybe all of 2025 was ruined on Sunday.
What's that, Zach?
Yeah.
You can see it. You guys fucking know, you bastards. Cam Scatterby, the legend, is gone. You know, he was instantly one of my favorite players, just like everybody. You can't not like that guy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then his foot fell off.
Tried to get up and walk still. What a
But
beast.
you know what? He'll probably end the season with more fantasy points than Travion Henderson.
As a Travion Henderson owner, that is sadly very true.
They're trading for a running back, so
Yeah, watch out.
it's probably true. And then on Zach's side, you know, he squeaked it out. He got a squeaker. Fears went crazy.
Gadsden is
Mm-hmm.
elite.
Or Gads him, as Zach kindly put, in the nickname slot.
Yeah,
He also
that
went
guy's
with
a
the
beast.
double tight end start, and those were his two highest players that weren't a quarterback. So,
And he
it
has Cole
works.
Kmet, who is on bye this week. He
You
could
mean
have gone
Cole
triple
Kmet.
tight end on me.
And it might have worked even better than his team performed. So a good win for Zach, you know, solid outing. A few off games from Deebo and Keenan, and he had to start Chubby. No Gibbs this week, so still got the dub.
Yeah, nicely done, Zach. Ooh.
Ian, oh my goodness, taking down the Goliath Chris. And pretty easily, too, 143.
Yeah, this was another
With
big week.
Kamara.
Yeah, yeah, I did all of this with Alvin Kamara only touching the ball 8 times. Yeah, this was another big week. I forget exactly when I knew it was over, but it was during the noon slate. Like I had a certain amount of points, and then Breece Hall threw a touchdown. And at that point, I think that was really when it happened, when I knew it was over. And I just, again, had another great week. I really needed to stack these 2 wins before, you know, facing the tougher part of my competition, i.e. Cade this week, without Jalen Hurts and Devontae. So, yeah, another nice win. And again, God, it is so nice to have Rasheed back. He might be my favorite player in the league that's not on my team.
Chiefs brothers doing you well. Brees went crazy, and he threw that touchdown to another one of your players who's on the bench.
Mason Taylor.
Dobbs is kind of shitty. So is Kendrick Bourne.
Dobbs gets it done, though. He's always going to get you 50 yards and a handful of catches. I do want to point out, before we get too far away from the Chiefs brothers of it all, that I think Luis may have jinxed Kelsey into having a good game this week. If you recall, in this game, he actually had a ball fly off his face mask into the arms of Bobby Wagner, to which Luis said, Kelsey is elite. And then immediately after, he caught a 60-yard pass, and shortly after, he caught that 30-ish, maybe an 18-yard touchdown, something like that. But nonetheless, he had a great game, his best game of the season. Yeah, so shout out Luis. Can you say that about every single one of my players this week so I can beat Cade?
I will actually do that for Cade, not for you.
Okay.
To be fair, calling him elite is not a jinx. He was elite.
He was elite, yeah.
True.
I was just like, Not really. On Chris's side, I think Jackson Dart, that's how he looked at Scadaboo and how he looked at Chris's team this week. Yucky all around.
Just a dud. If you have Jamar Chase, only get you, or excuse me, Jamar Chase went off this week. What am I saying?
He had 20
If you have,
points.
if you have CMC, only gets you 9.8. You're kind of behind the eight ball.
It's a rough
And
week.
Dart
It was some
was
bye
having a
weeks.
good game.
A lot of bye
That
weeks.
as well.
A lot of injuries.
Yeah, tough week.
And this was the game that could have been.
The
Joe
heartbreaker.
Flacco, like I've been saying for years, is an elite quarterback. He won a Super Bowl mostly because of his arm.
That great
A
arm.
great
of his.
arm of his.
Oh, man, that Tucker Craft game fucked us.
There you go, though, Ian. Garrett started Bo Nix.
had a
Yeah,
good game.
yeah, I forgot he did. This was the good week to start him in. I mean, 250, 4 touchdowns. That's awesome. I
Down
wanted
versus
Garrett to win
Cuba.
this game so bad.
I think everyone in the league did.
You just
I
always
think
root for the
even
underdog.
Cade probably. I think even Cade did a little bit.
Mhm.
Now that
Mhm.
pressure of a perfect season is always going to be on him.
Yeah, will Cade be this year's, was it the 2009 Patriots?
Yeah, I think they will
That's
be.
ooh.
I'm going to be the
Brady's always said he would trade 2 of his rings for that one back. Will that be the case at the end of the year for Cade? Stay tuned to find out.
Garrett's team, so freaking close. Pittman, huge. Devontae getting it done. DK getting it done. Cade's team, I mean, Tucker Craft went sicko mode, and Kittle. Then just
Zach
like solid
Ertz
game, like
needed
really nothing
one more
much.
catch.
Yeah. Fucking hell, dude, he needed like one catch for. Oh, it could have just been one catch, couldn't it?
Could have been a catch for nothing.
Heartbreaking.
I think if this episode, if you're gonna have any one main takeaway, you should look at Cade each week has started somebody who normally you'd go, why on earth are you starting Rashid Shaheed? But he somehow pulled out 9 for 12 and 75 yards, granted a fumble loss, and gets a 15-point week out of him. And this is the same guy who had Rico Dowdle for the 2 weeks prior. So yeah, like I said, his luck has been elite this year. Elite as Joe Flacco.
And mostly because of that mind of his. So then we get a little Paul versus Aaron action, and I think this is what we all expected.
Look at those running backs for Paul.
Elite.
We might have to
Very
find him for
elite.
setting that roster out there. That's disgusting.
I think there's
He
a
put up
pretty
a
good
solid
chance.
97.
Yeah,
Nearly 98.
I was gonna say I think there's a good chance that Jonathan Taylor or Achane put up as many points as Paul's running backs combined on just a single drive. Either of their touchdown drives. I mean, JT had 3 this game again. Yeah, this was a mauling.
More needs to be said. I mean, we've talked about A-Chain and Taylor exclusively for Aaron's teams. I mean, they're just studs. Vidal went huge. Kittle went huge. Sutton okay. Ladd went big. I mean, Baker went ass, and he still put up 140.
He went ass for sure.
On Paul's side, there's nothing special, and those running backs were really hurt him. So, tough week for
Yeah.
Paul. But he's probably happy to lose.
Absolutely.
Holy shit, dudes, we did it. Holy cow. Feels like we've been doing this for hours. But we finally got through it. Let's talk about some waiver wire additions. Girl shitty.
Yeah. Well, I think there's a couple
Yeah.
notable ones.
I dropped Tua. That's big
That's
news.
notable.
That
Tua was
fucker, I traded a first-round pick for him.
Yeah. I mean, when you did it, it made sense. It's tough that it didn't work out, but you were trying to win it all.
Ian,
You gotta do what you gotta do.
you signed Rodgers and dropped Geno.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
should have happened earlier, if I'm being honest.
You should have
I
dropped
just
a long time ago.
I just did not see this year coming out of Geno. I really thought he was just going to be a stat whore, just a bad team where he'd throw for 5,000 yards. But it's Jalen Hurts' bye week, and I need somebody So why not go to old reliable Aaron Rodgers? And I also think it's pretty funny that I'm starting Aaron Rodgers against Cade, who has had an on and off relationship with Rodgers in this Dynasty League. So that was
He
a
was
big ad.
very on last week. Let me tell you that much.
Mm-hmm.
He picked up Flacco to beat Garrett last week. That was huge.
Yep. Pioneer Censored has been kind of killing it the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, there's no Calvin Ridley right now, but that dude's old. So
And ass.
maybe it's his team now. And old, just like that man over there. That's a SpongeBob reference for you kids out there.
Yeah.
What's
Big
SpongeBob?
Dude,
$70 on Alec Pierce.
that was a bit much,
Um,
but Fab doesn't really mean too much in this league.
True. I had Alec Pierce on my sleeper, or on my sleeper, on my taxi squad for I think the first 2 years of this league, and I cut him pretty comfortably. And I saw him kind of having a good game, like he does on and off. And I looked through his stats and still didn't want to add him. So best of luck to Tim.
He's better than Justice Hill. I'll give him that.
Kareem
Yeah.
Hunt going crazy. Now potentially the RB1.
Yeah. I'm just gonna hold him on this team. I don't really want to play him. But maybe he does take over officially. Pacheco's hurt, isn't he?
He is.
Yeah, he's got
not
MCL
bad.
sprain.
But
He's hurt.
if I would start Kareem over Travion.
What about
Yeah,
Bam Knight?
I think I would too.
Bam Knight should not be on your roster.
He's gonna start this week. Why not?
For how long? For how long?
Until Trey
And
Benson's
is that
back.
really a starting? That's like
Zach, it's better than Kareem Hunt. At
We'll
least
see.
this week. I think he plays Dallas.
Okay,
It is this
never
week
mind.
at least.
Never mind. You got me there.
Right. Don't talk. Don't talk.
Just some bad luck from us again.
Yeah, let's not talk about this one. We freaking lost to Paul.
Things are going to get
Yeah.
better for the noobs. Don't worry about this one.
Still, looking at these teams going opposite directions, been 2 versus 2 and 5, that one hurts. So congrats, Paul, big win. You didn't deserve it. Another rough week for the noobs. But we got Rush of Your Ice back. Ian, we know how you felt, dude.
It's the best feeling in the world.
We started AO Manor.
Too.
And Jared Goff
I miss
sucks,
AO.
dude.
He does kind of suck.
And another lucky win for Paul. We don't have to go into depth on that one. He's got McCaffrey. That's all you need to know.
31 points is a lot in this league. And the team that he's playing is put up 65, and that's really, really bad. So moving on to the third week. And yeah, like you said, Zach, noobs are back. They finally had a normal week.
There we go. We got rid of Goff. That was the main thing. Now Flacco is hurt, but you know what? Lamar is back, which means the noobs are officially back.
Means the noobs are back.
And we can go into depth on this performance from Chili's. 44.
That's insane. That's insane.
44 is crazy.
Do you guys see those freaking Chili's burgers over there, dude? That was his team this week.
Yeah. Yikes.
Does this shock you?
Oh,
Ian?
noobs. Does this what?
Does Chili's week shock you?
Yeah, it does. That's a really tough week. I mean, it looks good on paper, having Baker, CMC, Keenan, DK, Tyler Warren, and even Brandon Aubrey. Like, those are all good players. Sometimes you can just have a week like that, though. So,
Yeah, a lot of
tough
bye
week for Chili's.
If we look back, I think he's got better players than that. He's got Brian Thomas Jr.
Oh, yeah.
and ETN. Yeah. All right. We had some big trades go down. So let's get into it. That was it.
This is
So
great.
let's get in.
Woo!
Shocking
Yeah.
stuff here. Little podcast trade.
This was just a little podcast trade.
And that's an
20
incentive for
sports.
everybody watching to stay tuned for another 3 years to see what those fourth rounders turn into.
I'm excited. It could be the 401. It could be the 410 for either side. It's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah. Either way, probably a bad pick.
Fourth
That
rounder.
that goes without saying. Moving on here, the power rankings. If you want to see some raw power, there's some pictures of power. And here they are. Pulled them fresh today.
Oof.
Yeah, and it's kind of blasphemous to have you below Tim. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, there's
Just
some pieces
thought,
here
too.
that don't make the
alone.
most sense.
These
mean, I
must
don't
be broken
disagree.
again, though. Because Cade, that doesn't make any sense. I don't understand that.
I don't either. These power rankings, we don't take them to heart, but there's something to talk about, even if we disagree with them. Like, I don't know how we have so many frisky teams. Indian isn't one of them, and
Apparently, I'm a fraud.
And Tim
four
is.
rebuilding teams. Yeah, I don't get how Tim is frisky, but his team is good. It's just I would put it.
He might have
It's
dug
all about
himself too
starter
deep of a
rank.
hole. Mhm.
Yeah, I guess it is all about starter rank. So
He could win out.
Yeah, absolutely.
he could I think there's still a very real chance for every team in this league to make the playoffs right now. It's not that hard. Okay,
Hey,
now we're getting into our little predictions here. Ooh. What are you guys predicting?
I'm thinking about a monkey sitting on a telephone pole.
So, we calculate the totals, and last time we did a podcast, I went 7-3, Zach went 3-7, and we didn't have a guest, so I had those totals. I'm doing pretty good at 16-9. Zach's eating ass at 11-14, and so we actually had planned on doing this podcast last week, but then I fell asleep, and we didn't have time to do it. So if you counted our predictions from last week, I went 3-2, Zach went 2-3. And Ian put up a big 4-1 in his predictions. You're just gonna have to trust us. We're not adding those to the totals, but I just wanted to mention it.
Should have parlayed my picks. It was a good week for me.
Could have been huge.
I think Luis is editing my picks after the fact. I'm pretty sure I haven't gotten one wrong yet.
I have an AI
Check the tapes.
voice generator of you specifically too. That I make you. I
Yeah.
like redo the podcast audio.
Mm-hmm.
You just do a really good impression.
Hey Lois.
See?
Hey Louise.
Hey, Louise.
Which
let's-
one
let's-
should we talk about here? Luis v. Aaron? Why are you picking Luis?
Yeah, you're picking me, dude.
I'm that monkey in the picture right now, and you guys are the lion screaming at me.
That's true.
It's
That's
fantasy.
true.
Anything can happen. Anything can happen. I truly think I made that pick just because all my other picks were pretty chalk. And I
Like
actually
the
still
Zach
believe in
versus Garrett
Luis's
one?
team. Yeah, that's pretty chalk.
We all picked
And
Zach.
yeah, unanimous 3 in a row. Me, Cade, Chris.
Yeah, that's kind of
And-
crazy. Ian versus Cade, we all picked Cade, and then Paul versus Chris, we all picked Chris. And then finally some parity.
That should be an interesting one. Zach's both good
Mhm.
teams. Tim's had a rough start, but doesn't matter week to week.
Tim can blow up any given Sunday. So
Totally.
moving on to next week. Why'd you pick me over Paul?
Me?
Paul's team's pretty bad.
My team's pretty bad too.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a bit off.
You guys both picked Paul. I don't think it's crazy if you win that game.
I don't either. I want to lose personally. So and then we
Unanimous
got
Aaron over
unanimous
me.
Aaron. Yeah. Sorry, Zach. Aaron's team is just
And
good.
that's okay. I
Unanimous Ian over
want to lose.
Garrett. You do want to lose. There you go, Ian. Big win.
And I got Tim
could
over
be a fun one
Chris.
too. Yeah, this could be fun. Same thing
Kinda
we said
same
about him versus Zach.
thing, yeah. If I pick Tim to win, he'll probably lose, which is what I really want.
And if you pick Ian to win, he'll probably lose. So that's why you picked him to win that one as well.
Exactly.
40
And
chests in this plan.
you went with Zach over Cade.
Yeah, it's just fun to always say Cade is going to lose, even though I know he's not. But one time it might happen, and then I'll look like a genius.
Mm-hmm. It's bound to happen at some point, right?
It could happen with Ian this week. Then you'd feel silly.
If
I
I
would feel
beat
very
him,
silly.
I'm making this announcement on this podcast right now. If I beat Cade with Rodgers as my starting quarterback, considering I don't have Jalen Hurts and Devontae, and I think I'm missing a couple other guys, my roster's gutted this week. If I win this week, I'll do whatever the top comment is. So get to comments, get to interacting with this video.
I'm definitely going to start interacting, and I might cheat a little bit too as owner of this YouTube channel.
I hope all I have to do is drink a really yummy milkshake.
Or
Luis is he's gonna make his comment and then delete any others that can put on there.
I'm
I
going to
did
give
not
it
consider this, but I stand by my point.
One from the Titty Nipple account, and one from my personal account. You'll have two
So,
likes.
Tell your friends if you really want to see me do something crazy this weekend. Well, first you got to hope that I win, which probably won't happen. But then you got to interact with the video. So
Sound off in the
thanks,
comments.
Nicole.
All right, this is our last segment here. Welcome back, JJ. Woo!
Yeah, woo!
Let's go, JJ.
New era of Vikings football starts Sunday. I guess it restarts Sunday.
Yeah, didn't he play earlier this year?
Yeah, and he had the most epic fourth quarter I've ever seen from a first game in week one from a second-year player.
I do want to just gauge you guys' opinion on something. Last week, the Vikings in their game against the Chargers, there was a replay where one of the Vikings players, I don't remember specifically who, was getting pushed out of bounds, and he kind of cartwheeled, and he almost ran into JJ, but JJ did like a hurdle and like landed super athletically and then flashed the first down sign. I'm not saying anything, but that guy looked really healthy to me, so I'm really interested to see what this weekend looks like. I don't know what's going on with the Vikings.
Jumping is very different from playing an NFL game.
He just looked athletic and spry and ready, and Carson Wentz looked like he was ready to be put down.
Does. He just looks like that even when he's hurt. That's the thing you don't understand.
Just got that much sauce. Well, good luck to JJ. Even though I'm a Packers fan, hate seeing guys get hurt. So hopefully he can avoid having another 2-month ankle sprain.
No.
If he flames out, he'll still have a higher peak than Jordan Love.
No comment.
Couldn't agree more. All right, well, that's the end of the podcast, Ian. We'd like to really say thank you for coming on, and I'm going to make a prediction here. This might be our least watched episode of the podcast. So,
strictly because the length, or because I'm on it?
Because you're on it.
That's fair. I understand. I mean,
you've been on the pod before.
Yeah, we have to look
1.
at the metrics. Yeah,
we were booming in season 1, though. We've kind of fallen off.
Well, it's coming back.
People just aren't interested with Cade going undefeated.
We just need some drama. So hopefully I'll win this weekend, or hopefully Zach wins, beats Cade next week. But yeah, no, we just need some more drama. Thanks to everybody for watching. Thank you to you two for having me. And go Wacky Dynasty Podcast. Go Rashee Rice. Go Dude Burfict.
And go Panthers.
Anything else you want to say, Zach?
No, I'm good.
Well, there is one more thing I'd like to say. Cool Vikes.
Go back up.
We can edit that part out, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna edit it for sure.